Okay, welcome back. First Kings chapter 2, part 4. We left off on verse 11. And the days that David reigned over Israel were 40 years. 7 years reigned he in Hebron. 7 years, and 3 years reigned he in Jerusalem. And I remember in the last video I was saying that it's like a little math trick. What was it? 40 years plus... 7 plus 33 is 40. Verse 12. And we've got quite a ways to go. I mean, I might be just going... Oh, because we still got this to go through. And it's beautiful. I love it. The more the verses, the merrier. Boom, all that, and all that, all the way to chapter 3. So, verse 12, Then sat Solomon upon the throne of David his father, and his kingdom was established greatly. Wow. I guess I'm thinking like the news spread out and everybody knew, okay, this is the new king. And they knew, because notice it said it established greatly. It wasn't poorly established. It wasn't just, a few townspeople know, hey, that's the king. Oh, big deal, okay. Yeah, I'd like to buy those oranges and apples. It wasn't like that. He was established greatly. But who is it established by? God. Because in verse 3, God was, King David was saying, keep the instruction of the Lord. And all those 5 things he was telling him to do, so that no man shall fail thee that's on the throne of Israel. Now also, I just thought of this on verse 4 when it said, there shall not fail thee, said he, God, a man on the throne. Or either God was telling King David, I think King David was either quoting what God told him, or there shall not fail thee, said he, King David was telling Solomon, that the Lord may continue his word, which he spake concerning... Oh, okay, no, it was God. Concerning me, saying, if thy children take heed to their way, to walk before me in truth with all their heart, with all their soul, and there shall not fail thee, said he, said God, a man on the throne of Israel. Okay, yeah, I figured that one out right quick. So, he was established greatly. God established through King David to Solomon. And his kingdom was established greatly, like everybody knew. The word went out. Probably other nations probably knew. The word got spread throughout probably the world. Because back then, we'd never know. People like to think, it's just in that little area. But that area is like, look at Earth now. Like the nation of Israel influences the world, America influences the world, all these nations, Russia, China, Japan, we have some sort of influence. They had influence back then too. They might not have had phones, but you don't need phones or computers or TVs to influence people. You just gotta have influence. I know, duh. Okay, so... Then, and his kingdom was established greatly. And Adonijah, the son of Haggith, verse 13, came to Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon. And she said, comest thou peaceably? And he said, peaceably. Well, yeah, we're cool. I'm not going to start nothing. And he said, moreover, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And she said, say on. And he said, verse 15, thou knowest that the kingdom was mine. Now, right there, look at that. If it was yours, King David would have gave it to you. He didn't give it to you. He didn't give you nothing. So you probably, in verse 1, Verse 1. Gotta quit that. In chapter 1, what was it? It's pretty long chapters though. 53 verses. I keep calling chapters verses, chapters. Dang it. 53 verses in chapter 1 and 46 verses in chapter 2. 28 verses in chapter 4. Hold on. 80 is pretty long, so let me see. I'm getting carried away. I know. Don't judge me. I'll be quick. 66. Yeah, 66 verses on chapter 8. Okay. In chapter 1, hold on, that's verse 4. Or verse 3. Chapter 1 is in verse 5. It says, Then Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king, and he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him. So he's getting his pride built up. He's shooting up the pride. And his father had not displeased him at any time in saying, Why hast thou done so? Which, hold on. I'm going to have to look up Adonijah's dad. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Let me Google it. Who was Adonijah's dad? Oh, I hate this Google voice thing. Let me try it again. Who was Adonijah's dad?
Adonijah's father was David.
Oh. Wow. The whole time it's like, what the heck? It throws me off. So the whole time Adonijah's, okay, that's right. His mom, okay, that's right. I'm back. Adonijah's mom was David's wife. But see, I was thinking Haggith, at first I thought that was a dude. And, because it says, this son of Haggith exalted himself, saying, I will be king, and he prepared him chariots. And his father had, verse 6, his father had not displeased him at any time in saying, Why hast thou done so? So that doesn't mean, the King Solomon's going to give it to King David's going to give it to Solomon, and then you're thinking, okay, Adonijah's dad must be someone else, and the mom is Haggith. At first, I thought that Haggith was a dude because it said Adonijah, the son of Haggith, exalted himself, saying, I will be king, and he prepared him chariots and horsemen and 50 men to run before him. And his father had not displeased. Right there it says, and his father. So it makes me wonder, okay. Hold on, it made me think that, okay, maybe King Solomon, dang it, King David had Haggith. Once I found out Haggith was a woman, not a dude, that maybe Haggith was, okay, King David's wife, yeah, but maybe she had Adonijah by some other dude. Again, I should have probably started with 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel, because that explains everything. And definitely we're going to do that. I don't know if I want to do that after 1 Kings, if we ever get through 1 Kings. I want to do 1 Kings and then 2 Kings. And then go to 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel. And then go back through 1 Kings in more depth with the knowledge of 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. That'll be fun. Dang it. Oh, I hate this phone. Hold on, I gotta upload this freaking video again. First Kings. Oh, you idiots. Kings. Chapter 2, Part 3. Okay, I just gotta let that upload. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna go to 1 Samuel and 2 Samuel. That's gonna be so much fun, though. Give me a second. And Adonijah, the son of Haggith. Okay, yeah. He said, okay, hold on. Oh, okay, yeah. And that all Israel, okay, and he said, thou knowest that the kingdom was mine, and that all Israel set their faces on me, that I should reign. Because, let me tell you right now, whatever the heck your name is, you're an arrogant prick, and you decided to take it upon yourself to do this. You did not get the blessing from the king or the King of Kings. So you know what? Shut up. You know what I'm saying? Stupid. You can tell he had some arrogance in him, and I cannot stand arrogance. That I should reign. Howbeit the kingdom is turned about and has become my brother's, for it was his from the Lord. Yeah, from the Lord, you know? Duh. What was going on in his mind that he couldn't apply no common sense is what I would like to know. He's an arrogant prick. He thought he was going to be on himself. Now, when going back to chapter 1, though, verse 6, and his father, now that I know that that's King David, his dad, and his father had not displeased him at any time in saying, why hast thou done so? Now you go, oh shoot, hold on, I'm sorry to bop you around a bit. You go to, hold on. Hold on, I gotta find it. I don't know if you, because there's one in the way. Hold on. And intervening, and when Job heard the sound of the trumpet, he said, wherefore is this noise of the city being in an uproar? That's verse 41 of chapter 1. Hold on, the king had to send him. Because it's interesting. So they called me as after reasoning. Hold on, the king also said unto them. I thought later on it said that King David didn't know. So it's like, at first it says, well, his father had not displeased him at any time in saying, why hast thou done so? And he also was a very goodly man, and his mother bare him after Absalom. So it's like, well, obviously his dad's not going to say nothing, because if he doesn't know, and it's looking like he didn't know. And it looks like it's saying he didn't know later on in the chapter. Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll find it. Okay. Get thee into King David and say to him. Solomon put a coat knot. Adonijah slew sheep and oxen and fat cattle, verse 9 of chapter 1, by the stone of Zoheleth, which is by Enrogel, and called all his brethren the king's sons, and all the men of Judah the king's servants. But Nathan the prophet and Benaiah and the mighty men and Solomon his brother he called not. Of course, when you're doing something conniving like that, you're not going to call people that you know are going to be honest enough to say something and speak up to King David, you know? Wherefore Nathan spake unto Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, saying, Hast thou not heard that Adonijah the son of Haggith doth reign, and David our Lord knoweth it not? See, this is why his father was not displeased him, did not displease him at any time in saying, Why hast thou done so? Because he didn't know. Excuse me. But moving on. He's doing this stuff without his dad's permission. He's not getting no clearance for this stuff. It's basically classified though. He was like not telling nobody. He's not inviting Solomon, nor Nathan the prophet and Benaiah and the mighty men. He wasn't telling nobody. It's like you were saying, they're on a need to know basis, and right now they definitely don't need to know. Moreover, I have somewhat... Okay, going back down to... and Bathsheba said, well... Oh, wait, no. Where was I? Okay, yeah. And it's become brothers, for it was his from the Lord. Okay, and now I ask one petition of thee, deny me not. See, I had read this before, and I got mixed up because I was like over here, but then I was like remembering that I was going to do a video going back over 2 in more depth because I kind of went through it that one time, the first part 1. I went into a little bit of detail. Y'all have to forgive me, but my vocal cords have got loud mucus build up. It's like, it's annoying. So we are back to... Oh, I like this. I'm back to reading it through the camera. And now I ask one petition of thee, deny me